Hello, neighbors. I just wanted to put out a quick video. I know we have an annual meeting coming up in September. This just couldn't wait. It's to start with. I know I've been a little bit elusive in the last few months, um, but I'm still here. Um, I just wanted to put out some information that just cannot wait till September. Start with, excuse my appearance. I've been a little bit under the weather. Okay, so uh, let's I want to start with the pool area. Okay, so this has been we've been we've had this pool now roughly for 2 seasons, going on 3 seasons. First 2 seasons were not bad. This year has been absolutely horrible. Minimum amount of following of the rules. Um, we have 9 no smoking signs. It's not just no smoking just because it's bad for our lungs. Cigar butts, and everything else are bad for pool water. But you know what I keep finding in the pool filters? Cigarette butts, cigarette butts, and those little ends off the little cigars. So, which causes problems for the chemical makeup of the water. I find trash in the pool. I find since still after doing stressing and doing multiple videos, postings about using an outdoor shower, rinsing off before you get in the pool. You know what? Still, we have about 20% of the people that are actually doing it. The rest of them aren't. And we can tell that by the weekly water tests that I have done. Um, it can tell, and they can pretty much tell what's causing what problem. Right now, we've had a few extra issues in the last few weeks, and the pool has been shut down a lot. This summer, we've had 2 sabotage incidents. We've had 11 incidents with underage kids who were sent to the pool or allowed to have access to the pool, which have caused issues around the pool. I've suspended 12 sets of household keys for a year. Um, but going back to the pool closing a lot, um, we are a volunteer board. We are a homeowners association with a very limited budget. Um, we've been stressing and stressing, following the basic rules, making sure. I mean, there's a big sign out there that tells you exactly what you can and cannot do in a pool, but still, we are still having those issues. And because people don't do the basic things like showering before they get in, we end up with metal buildup in the pool. We have a greater than normal algae issue. And even our vacuum, we spent $900 on a vacuum 2 years ago, and that vacuum have had to have it serviced twice because it's pulled in hair pieces. I don't understand, and I know this is a very blunt video, but sometimes you have to be blunt. I don't understand how in the world you can lose your hairpiece and not look for it. And our vacuum finds it, or our pump finds it. Okay, so that's the reason why the pool's been closed a lot. Luckily, we have a new pool, a new person maintaining the pool who's got pool experience and who's very good at it. They are fixing some of the issues we have right now, and they're going to finish out the last part of the season for us to make sure that the pool's able to stay open. Next year, we're going to hire a company to come in and do all the maintenance for the pool. But I know recently we received a lot of criticism because of issues like this. We are a volunteer board. I have a career. Um, all the other board members have careers. We do not have the ability to go down to and jump to that pool area every time somebody does something that they're not supposed to do, and it causes a problem for the whole neighborhood. Um, and I'm sorry this is very blunt, but it's just the way it is. So I refuse to set and take all the blame for all the issues, and I refuse to let the board take the blame for all the issues with running the area when it comes down to the neighbors are not checking themselves, or they're not checking their friends, or they're not checking their guests to make sure things are being maintained. Um, Another good example are the bathroom areas. I've put out multiple times. It looks like a Flying J's bathroom, Flying J truck stop's bathroom in there sometime. And you know what? No one seems to care. But it's volunteers, a handful of volunteers, 3 or 4, that end up having to clean those bathrooms. And sometimes it's just downright not pretty. So past that, I'm gonna go ahead and put this out. I was gonna wait till the September meeting. I will not be running for re-election again. So if you're, there are some people who are already interested, but if you're interested and you're willing to put in the 20 to 30 hours a week that seems to have to take every week, please nominate yourself when the nomination forms go out. On other issues in the neighborhood, so a few times recently, and I'm going to say, go ahead and say it today, we get blasted out on the Facebook page because I'm going to go ahead and put out the incident. A refund hasn't been posted back. Okay, so if you didn't receive a refund, once again, we are a volunteer board. If you didn't get a refund, I've put out the email address. Everybody has my phone number. You can send a text message. If you don't call, you can send an email saying I haven't got my refund. We don't know things are not done unless sometimes it takes multiple reminders, because we depend on the secondary system that we use for this to do refunds if there is a refund, or do stuff like that. And if it is not working, we don't know. We do HOA paperwork once a month. If it doesn't, if it's not flagged on anything, it's probably not touched that month. I'm sorry if this video seems very direct, but sometimes you have to be, I'm saying it again, sometimes you just have to be direct. We don't need to be blasted out on Facebook for small things. For all the big things that we get done, that most of the neighbors never know that we get done, we don't need to be blasted out for the small things that don't get done. You could send an email. Another example was somebody blasting us out about about a filter at the pool. Instead of doing the proper thing, which would be to send us an email or call us and say, hey, whoever was down there didn't clean the filter. Okay, and then and we can get it done. Posting it on Facebook with a picture, and I took the posting down, isn't going to do anything but demoralize a board that's already overworked at times. Okay, so past that, I want to go to architectural control. I send out so many notices. I don't understand. We are volunteer, but we don't have so much time in our personal lives to do this. But still, why must we have to remind people to cut their grass? Why must we have to remind you that you should not have loads of trash in your front yard? Why must we remind you that you cannot park on your driveway? I'm sorry, not only drive, but on your green grass. We've put this out so many times. We even put out notices, reminder, cut your grass. But still, we have to send out more than a dozen plus letters on an every other week basis. And then when we send a fine, people act like we're the bad guys. We're not the bad guys. That's pretty much it. I hope to see as many of you as possible at the September meeting. And for those who have been part of the solution, thank you. For those who've been part of the problem, please think about being part of the solution. Thank you.